Ooh, jeez, I almost just fell off my chair. Hi guys, it's Ksenia. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the creamiest, most lactonic, delicious, cozy, I don't even know how many adjectives I can use to describe these scents, just the most delicious scents ever that predominantly all have this really milky, creamy kind of vibe to them. These fragrances are going to be perfect for the fall time coming up because they're just so cozy and will make you feel like you're just wrapped in love. So this is actually going to be all of my body mists because turns out I have a lot of this category in my collection, and I know I've been doing a lot of these singular note type videos, and sometimes I combine my body mist and perfumes in one if I don't have enough of that note. But creamy scents or milky scents, this is, I guess, my favorite category of fragrances because I have so many in body mist form and also perfumes. So I actually already filmed the perfume version, so that should be coming up very soon. But today I'm going to share with you my top 15 body mists that either have like a milky note of some sort, whipped cream. I did want to say though, let me know in the comments if you guys want more fresh perfume videos. I know the majority of you, like me, are sweet lovers and you love the gourmands, and I know I've been doing a lot of these videos because I know how much you guys love them, but I don't want to exclude my fresh lovers because I know there's like maybe a couple of you, and I have definitely come around on fresh perfumes. So let me know in the comments if you'd want to see the top 10 fresh perfumes or body mist, that kind of thing. Before we get into it, this portion of the video is sponsored by none other than Julianna's Perfume. I love this company. They're one of the very first companies that I worked with at the start of my channel. They're the first ones that reached out to me, and I was so excited to work with them, and I'm still so excited. Ever since working with them back then and all the videos that I did, they have since updated their website and their perfumes. The bottles have a completely different look now. So I have been working with them for the past couple months, and I will be continuing to work with them, which I'm really excited about. And every month they send me samples that I go through each one and kind of pick out like my top 4 or 5 of all the samples that they send to me, which is a lot. And if you want to watch my other Julianna's Perfumes videos that I've done recently, I will link both of them in the description box. You'll find so many perfumes on their website. Their perfumes are super high quality and they are inspired by super high-end niche fragrances, a lot of fragrances that are harder to get your hands on, mainly because of price, but also a lot of them just get sold out or are just rarer to get your hands on. These perfumes are inspired by some perfumes that are up to like $400, and they give them to you at a fraction of the cost. They also offer free shipping on every single perfume that they sell, as well as a 90-day return policy. And they did kindly also give me a code, so you guys can use my code Ksenia10 for 10% off of your first order. If you are going to use that code, make sure you use that within 30 days of this video being posted because that is how long that code is valid for. Let me show you the top 2 fragrances that I have here that I chose from all the samples that I tried. Starting off with this one, look at this packaging. By the way, don't look at my nails. I know they are atrocious right now. I'm gonna be fixing them. They have these amazing graphics on some of their perfumes. Not only do they do spot on inspirations of a lot of these high-end niche fragrances, but they also do inspired versions with a little bit of their own kind of twist on them. This one is called Aurora Extra Marine Breeze. They do have Aurora on their own, which is a dupe for Baccarat Rouge, but this one is supposed to be inspired by Baccarat Rouge, but it has this sort of ozonic marine aquatic twist to it, which I think is so fun because I know at this point a lot of you are sick and tired of hearing about Baccarat Rouge, but maybe you do like the scent and you're just like, I wish this smelled a little bit different so that I didn't have to smell like everybody out there. Well, now you can kind of get the scent but with a twist that will definitely give you more of a unique vibe. I fell in love with this as soon as I smelled the little sample that I got, and I went through that sample within like 2 days. These perfumes are also extremely strong. This perfume has top notes of bitter almond, saffron, middle notes of ozonic notes, Egyptian jasmine, cedar, and base notes of ambergris, woody notes, and musk. It is exactly Baccarat Rouge with an ozonic, just very marine, tranquil, serene, I don't know, this calming vibe. I really love the OG Baccarat Rouge, as you guys know, but this one just gives you such a good twist to that perfume. And then the next one, look at the graphic for this one. This one is called A Kiss in the Maldives. This one is inspired by One Umbrella for Two, which is a perfume I didn't even know existed, which is another reason why I love Julianna's perfumes, because they have like niche perfumes on there, as well as all the ones that we all know about, but also these perfumes that you've probably never heard. Maybe you guys are just more in tune with niche fragrances than me, but I had never heard of this one and I had to look it up, and the bottle looks stunning. This one is inspired by that perfume, but just like this Baccarat dupe that has a twist, this one also has a twist. So it's supposed to smell like that perfume, but this also has an ozonic twist, and this one is so delicious. This is sweet and it's tropical, it's sexy. It has top notes of blackcurrant, which we all know I love, cyclamen, middle notes of tea, rice, ozonic notes, and base notes of cedar and white musk. This is so captivating because it has this bright, juicy, almost blackberry note, which I'm guessing is coming from that blackcurrant. It's very much berry when you first spray it out, which you guys know I love. But then almost immediately, it kind of has this calming, you kind of get this tea vibe. Then it gets really cedary, and cedar is another note that I absolutely love. I don't know anything about the OG perfume that this is compared to, but just as a perfume on its own, I highly recommend. And honestly, for as tropical as it smells, and literally the vibe of the bottle is giving that, it's literally a couple that's at the beach, I feel like I could easily wear this year round. And also same with this Aurora Extract Marine Breeze perfume. These are so good. Highly recommend checking these out. That is it for this portion. Thank you again to Julianna's Perfumes for sponsoring this portion of the video. And with that said, let's get straight into this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and turn post notifications on, and let's get started. All right, so I have 15 mists here, so I'm going to try to breeze through them. Starting off with the first milky scent. This is literally called Milk. This is very new. It just recently came out. This one is made with notes of sugared oats and whipped milk for a creamy, cozy scent. This is really nice. A lot of the times, milky scents can sometimes smell sour, have this off smell to them. This one is really nice. It smells like the leftover milk after you've eaten some type of cereal that is not like overly sweet. I don't know, maybe like Frosted Flakes. Like just the milk that's left over after you've had that type of cereal. That's what this smells like. It's really creamy. Probably the creamiest one. I mean, it's literally called Milk. So this perfume kind of sets the tone for this entire video. Next up, I have Sunset Gelato by the Victoria's Secret Pink line. This video is, by the way, a bit of a mix. I have Bath & Body Works, Victoria's Secret, and I even have a Sol de Janeiro mist. This one has pistachio gelato, caramel drizzle, and sea salt. This is very similar to Cheirosa 62 by Sol de Janeiro, but I don't find that scent all that creamy. It's a little bit creamy, but it's not as lactonic for it to have made this video, but this one is. So I feel like this is literally like Cheirosa 62 with a whole lot of whipped cream, just really creamy. Next one I have is Vanilla and Dreamy. This is a core line scent from Victoria's Secret Pink. They pretty much always have this. It's not like a limited edition scent, so you can literally go and get this right now if you wanted. This one has fluffy vanilla, golden caramel, and coconut cloud. This scent reminds me so much of Cloud by Ariana Grande, which we all know has that whipped creamy delicious cozy scent to it, and this is almost like the body mist version of that. It's almost identical to Cloud in my opinion, so I find it really creamy and delicious. And from Victoria's Secret, I have Orange Vanilla Twist. This one is definitely a twist on your typical creamy scent because this has this like citrusy vibe, and it literally smells like an orange creamsicle. But luckily that citrus aspect is really only when you first spray this out. It has this really bright, zesty type of orange scent, but then as it dries down, the dry down of this is truly my favorite. I don't even really love the opening. The opening is nice, but the dry down is where it's at. It dries down to vanilla ice cream with just a little hint of zestiness. You guys know I don't normally love citrus mixed with gourmand or creamy, but this one just does it amazing. This has juicy orange, summer sherbet, and vanilla crème. Next up is Wrapped in Vanilla. This scent will have you literally wrapped in vanilla. This is such a perfect Cozy Fall and Winter scent. It's so thick and dense, and it literally makes you feel like you're wrapped in a blanket of cozy, amazing vanilla bean scent. This has soft vanilla, velvet sugar, and chantilly cream, which is basically an even thicker form of whipped cream. A very similar one to this scent, which I think is equally as creamy. And honestly, I think these scents are very similar. This one is Vanilla Confetti Sparkle. This is actually the repackage for Confetti Cake Pop, I think that's what it's called, which I tried to get my hands on, but of course they discontinued it and they didn't bring it back for a while until they came out with this, which has the exact same notes, and those are creamy cake frosting, rainbow sprinkles, and vanilla bean. This scent doesn't necessarily have like an actual whipped cream note or milky note or anything like that, but when you smell it, it's so buttery and smooth that it just in turn smells like delicious whipped cream. That vanilla bean is really rich in here, and it reminds me a lot of Wrapped Up in Vanilla because it is also super dense and thick and vanilla bean. I have two very much fall scents. These scents are so cozy. Every time I smell these, I just think of Harry Potter. For the past week, I've started watching all the Harry Potter movies to go to bed, and I love those movies because they just have such a cozy vibe. I can't explain it. If you know, you know. I actually didn't watch Harry Potter until like, I think a couple years ago, or maybe even last year. I knew about Harry Potter, it's huge, but I had only seen like little clips of it, and up until last year, my husband and I were like, okay, we both hadn't seen all the movies, and we were like, let's just sit down and watch them all. So we watched them all, and I fell in love. The vibes that those movies give off, the music, everything I love. And these two scents just remind me of cuddling up on the couch watching Harry Potter movies. These are both pumpkin-y scents, but if you are a hater of pumpkin, which I normally am because every time I see pumpkin in a body mist, I think it's gonna make me smell like a candle, which is not what I want to go for. But these two actually have that pumpkin in them, not in a candle way. They're actually just really smooth, and the pumpkin doesn't really stand out all that much on your skin. First one is Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte. Talk about creamy scent. This literally smells like a latte. This has pumpkin latte, toasted marshmallows, creamy sandalwood, and praline musk. This is so cozy and warm. Definitely has that lactonic creamy scent to it. It just has the spice of a pumpkin without actually smelling like straight up pumpkin, if that makes sense. And then on kind of a similar vibe, this is Pumpkin Swirl Cake. As you can see, when it comes to pumpkin, I more so like a pumpkin spice note in there, not like straight up pumpkin, because I feel like it's just a little easier to handle. And this one is even creamier than this. I mean, obviously this one's like giving more latte vibes, but this has some depth to it because it's a lot more doughy and more buttery, because I mean, it's supposed to mimic a pumpkin swirl cake, and it really does smell like that. It kind of smells like a cinnamon roll, like a warm cinnamon roll that you just took out of the oven. Then I have Strawberry Snowflakes. This one has notes of juicy strawberry, whipped cream, and iced bergamot. This smells like strawberries and cream, like the little strawberry swirl candies, and it reminds me a whole lot of Strawberry Pound Cake, which is also in this video, so I guess I'll talk about this too. The only difference between these two scents, like the strawberry, that initial burst of strawberry that you get in the beginning for both of these scents is very similar to me. I think the difference is mainly in the dry down with these scents, because Strawberry Snowflakes is more milky and it's a little bit lighter, whereas Strawberry Pound Cake is more pound cake. It's just really doughy and again just thicker, kind of like these two, where this one is just lighter, it's more creamy, it has that latte vibe, and then the swirl cake obviously is more cakey and doughy and buttery. This one is definitely like pumpkin swirl cake, not that it smells the same at all, but it's just, you know, cakey, doughy, whereas Strawberry Snowflakes is more strawberries and cream, like the candies. They're both really creamy, just kind of in different ways and pretty similar while also being a little different. I used to actually think that Strawberry Snowflakes was a repackage for Strawberry Pound Cake, and I didn't buy it the first year that it came out until I finally had that in my collection, and now I can totally smell the difference. This is one of the best, just like true, honestly, vanilla ice cream scents, which doesn't make you think so because the notes do not give off creamy lactonic vibes of any kind. This is from the Pop Jelly collection from the Victoria's Secret pink line. This is the Vanilla and Dreamy Pop Jelly. This has sweet pear, pink jasmine, and bubblegum pop. So like 0 whipped cream notes. But the dry down of this, it may start kind of bubbly and fruity, still really sweet, but the dry down is so delicious. I remember the first time that I put this on, I sprayed it all over me, and of course I loved it. But a few hours in, I kept smelling this like true, almost like I had just rubbed vanilla ice cream all over my body. I was just so in love with the way that I smelled. And I'm like, what is doing that? Because I didn't think that this scent would smell like that, judging by the notes. But the dry down is true vanilla ice cream. Like, that's the best way I can explain. Next, I have Fresh Vanilla Blossoms. This one is also kind of misleading because it's literally called Fresh Vanilla Blossoms. Other than the vanilla, the name completely makes you think that this would be a fresh scent for the most part, but this scent reminds me so much of the Sabrina Carpenter's Sweet Tooth perfume, which that perfume has white chocolate and it's very creamy and super sweet. And this one has always smelled so much like that perfume to me. This has notes of suede petals, soft sandalwood, and vanilla bean. Again, with this scent, it's really in the dry down. That's where the magic lies. Lastly, for Bath & Body Works, I have Coconut Cream Pie. Bath & Body Works does such a good job at their titles because what they say is exactly what they smell like. This one smells exactly like a coconut cream pie. When I first started working, like when I was like 16, I worked at a restaurant. I was a hostess, and then I was the dessert girl, and I used to make coconut cream pies all the time, and that scent is just ingrained in my mind. And when I tell you, this smells exactly like a coconut cream pie. So good. It's so buttery, so creamy, so smooth. It has toasted coconut flakes, caramel custard, and golden pie crust. Even the notes are just so delicious. This, for the fall and winter time, again, I mean, all these scents kind of give that vibe, but this one is just so rich. I need to use that more, but it's just so hot here that when it comes to these scents, I wish it was colder and it gave me more of an excuse to use these scents. But I am going to be moving and I'm finally going to get to experience real seasons. So I'm really excited to wear some of these scents. Next is this scent from the new Victoria's Secret line that they came out with. I believe this was like a whole gourmand collection. This one specifically is the creamiest of them all. And you guys know how I feel about pistachio lately. This one's called Pistachio Creme. This has vanilla glaze and solar musk. It smells like sweet, delicious pistachio cookies dipped in whipped cream. I feel like every pistachio scent reminds me somehow of Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa 62, but again, this is just like a creamier version of it. It's a little bit lighter too. It's not as potent. I feel like the lactonic creaminess of it definitely kind of dies it down from everything that's going on in the Sol de Janeiro scent, which I find is a lot more like woody and sexy. This one's definitely sweeter, more creamy, just a lot more decadent. And lastly, for the end of this video, the last scent is from Sol de Janeiro and it's Cheirosa 71. This is the most gourmand scent on planet Earth. This will have your skin smelling like the butteriest cookie dough ever. I literally feel like I can smell the butter in this scent. It's so yummy, it will make you crave pastries. Like, that's how realistic it is. It has top notes of caramelized vanilla, sea salt, middle notes of toasted macadamia nut, white chocolate, and base notes of tonka bean and coconut blossom. I don't know about anything else. I feel like this is just a rich caramelized vanilla white chocolate kind of scent. And that concludes this video. This was mainly again for my gourmand lovers, but if you're a fresh perfume lover, let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to start making some more fresh videos here and there. Thank you again to Julianna's Perfumes for sponsoring a portion of today's video, and if you do end up buying anything on there, make sure you use my code XENIA10 for 10% off your first order. That is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn post notifications on, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!